up? What's up, Noah? How are you, bud? How are you? What's up, Zandel? Hey, Gungy. Hello, Telvin. What's the good word, fellas? Hey, Michael Graham. How are you, Michael? That's awesome, Noah. Congrats. What's up, T58 Niner 423? Rock. I mean, Braun is still very good. He's one of the better powerhouses in the game. Uh, you don't need crazy plates. I mean, like, these have both been very available often. Definitely benefits from a strap. If you don't have a big strap, though, you can make a simple change and just run him with the stun turn one. So, but I definitely prefer this build set for him. What are you talking about, Telvin? You did hear a niner there. How are you, Sean? Tommy Boy was such a good movie back in the day. I don't use both traps, Michael Graham. For my favorite build set. You can't sub to the champs channel, Telvin. I don't believe it's possible. So definitely no drops available with the sub. Yeah, I only use one trap, the build I like for Aussie. So the one that generates black gems with the buff, and then the 1x3 red. So yeah, definitely my favorite set. If you're doing it unstrapped, then just use both reds in the finisher. But yeah. Hey Gumsy, how are you, bud? Thank you for the friend request on Fallout 76. I accepted today. They finally fixed the stupid map after like 4 days of not working too, so anyway, that's not important. Probably Noah, yeah. Probably. So bronze trainers for this, pretty simple. And cross is not really a big deal. To be honest, you could easily do pretty much whatever you wanted. That buffs red gems. You could do Santa for all the gems. You could do Andre for the 7 crossbreak gems. You could do what's her butt here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you want, whatever's clever. That on the last spot, but his trainers are pretty easy. Bulldog, and this one and that one. Still get it done. Hey Mule, how are you? We can still get it done with 100%. This is with 100% strap. Braun can still get it done. Still one of the better options most people have at Powerhouse, for sure. And blitzes are working fine. You only get points if you run the CSS, though, on the right blitz. So all three worked for me. All three CSS worked for me. So no issues with blitzes. Just probably user error, Michael Graham. We get a fair amount of user error. As far as blitz goes. In general. Corey! Yeah! What's good, Corey? Anyway, yeah, so Braun is still plenty viable. You can swap this out. I mean, you can also click the button to get there. Hey, Spider Guard, how are you? You can swap this out, run in a 17k Santa, and then just, oops, start with the stun as well. So if you don't have a big enough strap or you're worried about doing enough damage, Braun is still ridiculously good. Did I say hi, Spider Guard? How are you, buddy? So yeah, Powerhouse Braun is still one of the best options. Yeah, I enjoy the PLEs very much, so I definitely am excited for SummerSlam. Who are you talking about, Corey? Without a plate, 14 mil before bleed? Is that good or bad? For who, Corey? What are we... And, what are you talking about? So... No, Naomi, she's not done yet. She'll be tomorrow. That seems really low. Hey Daniel King, how are you? My day's been good. That seems really low, Corey. How you running, Ozzy? I finished 7th in Showdown. Finished 7th. Red, black buff. Try this. How much is Ozzy's trap gear? It skews stuff too much. It's really annoying that you can't take the gear off on this account and that the gear is on it. It super annoys me because it skews it so much that I don't even know where to start. It is 150. Just trying this. I don't even know how to get an equivalent for you, to be honest, Corey. So this, well, this is without 99 MP. You're talking, so you have 99 MP on top of it. Honestly, Corey, if you have 99 MP, this is what you do with Ozzy, with 99 MP. If that's your question, like, just run it this way, and then I can negate the 150%, because you can just run all the trap trainers. So, here. So you would run here and here. That's your 150. So without the gear, you don't have these two. So that's your 150. So we'll do that. And then you run him. And then you run the bleed. In woods? Crazy Chef. There are no top Hall of Fame ladies. But if you made me take one, I guess I would say Tori, but she's not worth the new tokens, or China, but she's not worth what you need to put on her to have her work, and she's super, super random. So that would be my answer with the ladies. Neither of them are worth the resources used. Why am I on Sammy? As for Mysterio DDP, it's gonna depend what you have. So with Ray, if you have his gear, then you can run tricolor with a pyro plate. If you have his gear, sorry, Piper plate. So if you have his gear, tricolor, Piper plate, it also requires Brawn Breaker. He'll do about 80 million turn 1 at gold. But that's a lot of stuff. Without that, he's not nearly as good. He can still do stuff, but he's not nearly as good. DDP, Judgment Day plate, you can run a really, really good build with the buff. And the countdowns. So you throw the countdowns, you do the red gem buff thing, Judgment Day plate drains them, you swipe, and then you blow up the board for some big damage kind of thing. I think there's also probably a drip plate build for DDP with the red buff, but I don't run that, so really depends. You do have a Judgment Day plate? Give me a second here to show Corey this, and then let me show you what you can do with the Judgment Day. It's been a minute, so give me a second. I'll show you what you can do. Yeah, the easy answer is Ray if you have everything, so I agree with Professor there. Also, hi, Professor. With everything, I would say also playstyle preference, but I do think with everything, it's Hall of Fame Ray, so. I don't like, and this is also, like, because I'm not a power gem guy, so with DDP, I definitely prefer the gem damage build, but a lot of people really like the power gem stuff. I just don't play them. So you get like 25 million, Corey, with that. So at silver, that's probably your best, right? At silver, you get like 25 million with that, and then there's the bleed on top of it. With 99 MP. Obviously, against the gold in silver, it doesn't really work well, and it doesn't recycle super fantastically. So, like, but with 99 MP, that's gonna hit much harder than your 14 million that you're getting without a plate, right? So, I would probably say just do that. Yeah, they played it a bunch. They played it a bunch yesterday. I think there's probably only 2 people that might be decent on, Ozzy and the Hall of Fame Brutus, but yeah. Like that. So maybe Zombie Becky, sure. That would probably be if you can destroy 20 traps. I have to look at her. But either of those work fine, Corey. Like, if you have 130% strap, I mean, I would probably just go the buff. You could go the buff in the 2 reds, but then you have to get lucky. So with how it breaks, but then you don't get the bleed. So I kind of prefer the buff with the with this move, and then you can get the whole board full of your 1x3 traps, and you don't have to worry about getting lucky when you blow up the board. So with your strap, I would give that a try. Obviously, this does way, way better with the Brutus plate getting 2 buffs, but it also did extremely well with 2 free-to-play plates. I forget which 2 I put on. I'd have to check out my video. But those work really well. So, it was the break. I think it was break red, Chuck Black, or some vice versa. I don't remember. Someone that watched it might remember. I have to watch it again. Nice, Telvin. What was the other thing people were at? Oh yeah, DDP. Real quick. DDP. Hey, New Age, how are you? Yeah, Professor's here. Are you streaming tonight, Professor? Yeah, on this one, Ani, I could do a. How are you, by the way, Ani? I'll try and do one on this one. It looks like people are gonna have a lot of prize wall currency, so I think it's worth the effort and time, sort of thing. This is the build right here with the Judgment Day plate. By the way, when people run it with the drip as well, then it hits really hard. I don't think you need the drip, but this is the build. So let's see if looks like somebody was running it on this account. Probably with a drip. Maybe? Nope. Maybe not. There's no red charge, so maybe they weren't. Giveaway for the eyes. There we go. Let me pin that. Awesome. We'll raid you for that, Professor. Professor's doing the giveaway after on his channel, which we will raid. Merrick's is not, because he's a stingy mother. Boop. As long as I'm still streaming, I should say. There's always a chance I have to end slightly before 5. And in that case, Professor, I apologize. But the plan is to stream until 5. Usually works out. Yeah, man. Not a problem. Hall of Fame Kurt's great with his gears. If you're good with sub gameplay, so like if you same kind of deal. If you like Zombie Becky, you'll love Hall of Fame Kurt. If you don't like Zombie Becky, you will hate Hall of Fame Kurt. Okay. 35. Red gem boost. So then you're gonna want gem damage. We have red gems. Got you. Who's asking about DDP? Forget. You were Crazy Chef? What kind of strap do you have for DDP? So I can do it realistic for you. You said you have the JD plate, so what percentage strap? And can you run these trainers I have on? 40%? Alright, I can run a 50 or a 20. You want me to run the 50 or the 20? Yeah, Corey, okay. 20? You got it. Can do, sir. You got it. Happy to. This is the 20? Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to throw the Judgment Day play on because you don't need to worry about it. Like, because you know what it does, right? That just lets you get to the turn 2 with the countdowns without getting your countdowns wiped. So we no need to equip it for this because we know what we're doing. These don't matter. Your move damage is insignificant, inconsequential at the level that we're playing here. And I won't go against Steiner because Steiner starts charged, so I would need the Judgment Day plate if we're going against Steiner. Alright. So, obviously, whenever it's a buff, like this, the higher percentage you have, the better. It makes a big difference because it works off of your combined base, not your base. So like any red substats you could pick up on your metals would actually are significant on a buff. So that 30% or that 20% strap difference, well, it doesn't sound like a lot on a buff like this, is actually really big. Um, so like star fills, hollow stars are massive on buffs, and so are levels. So he is full stars. You would definitely want full stars for this, um, and max levels as well. You can hit that whenever that loads this. This lasts for 2 turns. Of course, it's your 1 turn countdown, so you'll hit that. So that's 38 mil with a 20%er. Judgment Day plate, you're draining them. And like I said, people do put the, I don't know if you have a drip plate, but if you want to see what it does with the drip, it's a lot. I don't know if you have a drip or not. You're lame, no drip. That's fine. I have one and I basically never use it. So like 38, 40 mil, but you're draining with the Judgment Day plate. You're probably hit closer to like 45 with your strap, and then you get feud buff from steps and stuff. So you probably get closer to like 45 in feud with that, with what you got, Chef, assuming leveled up max stars. So there's that. Ray can do a lot of stuff too. Like he's got a stun thing, but you really want the Piper plate and the gear to get the most out of Ray, for sure. But he's got a stun build. I haven't played Ray other than the tricolor in so long though, that I would have to watch my own video on how I would set him up if I didn't have the Piper plate. So can't really help you on that. The feud build for Ozzy after 99 MP cancer. I like this setup with the 2 black gems and the 6 MP. So with this setup, when your whole board has got the traps, it's really nice. And I would run with her. The other thing too that would need testing is to see what ends up being better. But I think because the whole board is traps mostly with this, I think she's going to be better than Tori, and they both start with the black MP. Then you're going to run Woods, and then you're going to run black gem damage here. And then Steamboat. So I would do something like that. On DDP, Sean? Bulldog for the 45 and the 2 red, 4 red MP. So no Santa needed, 30% here. And then it's not his primary color, so we have to look actually and see what's better. With 99 MP, Ozzy's gonna be really dirty. I mean, like, and then afterwards, if you have the right stuff, he's still gonna be one of the best tricksters in the game. Like, top 3, no problem. Trickster is not my favorite class, though, so... Sarah, 84.95. Yeah. Yep, so Stacy's better until we get, a 30%er, Sean. Another 30%er, Stacy will be better. Till then. Oh, Noah, that's tough. Stuart, I haven't seen any of the videos with the Aussie plate. Couldn't tell you. The only way I would know how to do it would be to compare what Ozzy was doing with the Brutus plate or the free plates I used. Ozzy, yeah, Ozzy. It's very hard without the gear. Um, I played him at the start without gear on, and he was capable of doing like 60 mil at gold with or more with the Brutus plate and a decent strap. So, I mean, so with Ozzy's buff is pretty big, so 20 extra gems is significant, but it compared to hitting his buff twice, not so much. But maybe you don't have maybe you don't have the Brutus plate, so it's kind of a moot point if you don't, right? So if you guys want to see Ozzy with it, he's got the gear, so I can tone it down with like just an affiliation strap. It's still not going to be a perfect comparison as with gear because the gear's 150%, but it can help us figure out potentially how good it's going to be. Just put like something like this on him. So for Wes, do you have Braun Breaker? 17k Santa, Braun Breaker, Lawler, or a Judgment Day plate, and none of those things? Um, that's my question. So to run Wes optimally, you need to be able to start loaded with 10 MP, or you need to have a Judgment Day plate to run Wes optimally. Hey, thanks, B10. Very welcome. Okay, then Wes is not a great option for you. Well, that's not true. You can still run an MP down coach and then target people that are barely loaded in feud. Then you run Lawler, Sherry, or Matt, whichever you have. Lawler, Sherry, or Matt, and then your best out of Z Gunther, Memrock, or New Brett with an MP down trainer. No, Corey, I have not. Definitely not. Because I don't like subs. But I'm sure that would hit super hard. Potentially. If it's blues, because he's got the multiplies and stuff. But it won't work on the pyros because the plates don't work on pyros in any mode except for showdown on subs. Sorry, plates don't work on subs unless they say works on subs unless it's in boss. Yeah, no, it sounds like that would be a much better fit. To be honest, for you with what you have. What kind of strap do you have for Bradshaw? You said you have the Queen's Tiara. What kind of strap? Yeah. So if you don't have crazy stuff for West, Snowfall's triple purple is much better than the other stuff, right? But once you get his like moment and really good stuff, then not so much. Okay. Stun immunity. All right. I not sure what your damage is going to be, but I would say, well, given what you're describing, that's like it, also, do you like if you had Braun Breaker, if you had Roxanne, if you had like all the NXT people, then the NXT moment gets more value. But based on what you're describing, and you said Bradshaw is, I think in the past is one of your best anyway. I believe is if I remember right, or is your best. Making your best better is always a good play. Um, Especially if you don't have the stuff to run the other people perfectly. That's why it's really hard to tell people to take X over Y because all of it just depends on what you have. Because without honestly, very few characters in this game are good at gold without the best stuff. If you can't run them optimally, they're probably not real great at gold most of the time. So this generally the answer is this the guy or girl that you have better stuff for is generally the answer, but not always. Um, but like, yeah, I mean, like if Rex Regam's incredible, but if you don't have a Piper plate, Rex Regum is not that good. Whereas Vader, you need Bulldogs, bracers, and Mosh to be good, right? So Vader needs less hard stuff to get. But with all the stuff, Rex Regum is definitely better than Vader. But you may not have the stuff to run him right. That's just an example. You know? What were you talking about? Oh yeah, the plate on Aussie. I haven't got to try the new plate at all, so I don't mind running a few. I have nothing's gonna really take super long today, so I'm quite at my leisure. I'm gonna run it without the plate first. 100% B10, 100%. Honestly, the right plate a lot of times can make a bigger difference than your trainers, assuming you're loaded. You know what I mean? And with the right strap plate setup, it's huge. Absolutely huge. So I'll run this just regular kind of whatever. Words are hard. With a feud build, that would work post 99 MP, and then I'll put his plate on, and we'll see what that does. But not against him. Yeah, Southside, I am on record, and I'll say this anywhere. The one plate swap a month is not enough. It should be like at least 5 free, and the page should double from 10 to 20. I mean, like, there's no reason. Like, 5 free and like 20 paid. The pass is basically, if you're playing the game at a fairly high level, the $10 you spend on the pass is almost required. Just because if you want a one plate swap a month, doesn't even let you fix mistakes, let alone try on somebody else. You know what I mean? And trying stuff is what's fun. You can get burned on this. I don't know if Ozzy will come back or not. I sure hope so. It's fun, so I hope so. So this is just baseline. We're running it without a plate. So, granted, his gear's on. That's why I have an affiliation strap. But I have no idea how that's going to translate. You know what I mean? Like, so, whatever. That was pretty good. 47 mil. Yeah, Southside, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. 100%. Oh, a couple housekeeping things, guys. So I don't forget. There's a survey up on champions.com, fan voting. You should do that. Get yourself some web coins. It's talking about Naomi being the 600th superstar. The correct answer, it says literally in the question, and 17% of the community cannot select the correct answer that it says right in the survey. So that leads me to believe that 17% of the people playing Champions can't read. Anyway, the survey is open. So you should go do that and get some free web coins, assuming you can read. You can't read, maybe not. Maybe don't do it. I don't know. So I do think Ozzy's plate is going to make him way, way safer. Because if you miss some of those trap gems at the end, he'll pick those up. So I think he's going to make the damage way more consistent. But obviously, the Brutus plate gives a big buff, so that's going to be a benefit there. Too bad it's not an ultimate. If it was an ultimate, that would be awesome. Yeah, B10 for sure. It did, Scone. It did. Reading is hard. It's so hard. SMRT. I am so smart. SMRT. Right, Telvin? It's completely terrifying. That got us an extra like 5 million. Didn't necessarily wasn't necessarily a great break or anything. That's just too loud. I feel like I'm talking over the top of that the whole time. So I'll run it one more time. The Brutus plate is definitely better, but if you don't have the Brutus plate, this is a nice option. But there's also a free option, so ID 10 tier, indeed. That's hilarious, B10. Yes, Cancer, what's up? Define, what do you mean, who do I want to see? Like, in the game? Like, do you mean, like, musicians that I want to see, or any possible crossover? Like, wrestlers, what do you mean, specifically? We actually got all the traps this time. This is going to be a really good one. And a nice break. 62 mil. 60. Hey, Josh, how are you, bud? Yeah, New Age. I worked retail for like 11 years, 10 years, 11 years. You are not wrong. I compare retail years to dog years, though, so I'm basically dead. Anyone? I'm at silver right now with Ozzy. Um, anyone, huh? Okay. I got a few. I got a few. I think no, last vinyl will be this weekend. I would love to see Lemmy from Motorhead. I mean, it just makes sense. Um, I think, yeah. So Lemmy would be super cool. This is just me being me, but Clint Eastwood would be awesome. He has nothing to do with wrestling, but I would like Clint Eastwood. um, Transformers. I would love Transformers in the game. Give me wrestler themed Transformers. That would be pretty awesome. Um, Arnold would be pretty cool as well. That's true. Stay Puff had nothing to do with Marshmallow Man. You're not wrong. Of course, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is like Chuck Norris, you know? Of course, Chuck Norris. 100% Chuck Norris. What did I have really good luck on the last build? Was it the red plate? Was it the two red plates? I think it might have been. What were the two free to play plates that I used now in my video? Let me look at this. I don't remember. I have to look. Mike Tyson would be cool. Sure this is muted.
Ascension WoW is a stand.
It's not. Where did I put the? It was Viper Strike and then Underdog Story, and that worked out to get the extra ones too. I thought so. Just making sure. And it actually worked way better than a drip plate. It's funny. Yeah, there's two. So the Aussie one is in milestone 15 here, the free one. So there's the Aussie vinyl. And the last vinyl will be this weekend in the final non-bonus milestone for the weekend contest. I mean, Wyatt 6 will be awesome when it happens, for sure. Talking about people I'd like, but I don't think can be in the game at this point because of, you know, licensing and stuff. Raven for sure. But like Billy Kidman was one of my favorites to go along with the flock, but I would love Kidman. And maybe a lot of people wouldn't. Any of the WCW cruiserweights would be incredible, to be honest. La Parka, all those guys, Juventud, Chavo, you know, all the WCW cruiserweights, every one of them. I'd love. Um, Al Snow, would love Al Snow. Carlito probably will be in here soon. What do you mean go over fan voting? What's your question about fan voting? With him being in the Judgment Day and stuff, I think Carlito would be soon. I'm not a Ray fan. Like I should he's great, he's ageless, but I don't like Ray. So did I say Canyon? I'd love Canyon. Really love Canyon. You're having trouble? Well, so this account has him at gold, so that's a problem, Scon. For sure. Because it's at gold. What's your Bobby Lashley at? Correct? What's your question though? You just go to the fan voting and vote. Yes, those look really cool, Noah. Didn't Perry Saturn have the mop? Wasn't it Perry Saturn that was like in love with the mop? I could be wrong about that. Yeah, this actually ends up working out pretty well. Obviously not as good as the other plate. Um, so I do think the Aussie's plate is really good if you don't have the one we're looking for. Um, the Brutus plate. I didn't know there was. What tour do you need? You need him for? Today's Hell match. Which one is today's Hell match? Is it in this one? That one? You don't have this move, right? No overhead belly to belly. That's not in there for you. I mean, you're going to want to use the sub, and it's a choose sub. Drew's bleed is 1 MP. That's the problem. So he's eventually going to bleed you out. So, and unfortunately, this sub's not terrible, but it's not great. But how much health does Drew have there? How much health? It's gone. $11 mil? Okay. What's your sub at? Where's the other red? Is this really the only red one we have? Do we not have a 2 red MP, 100, 2 turn yet? Do we really not have one of those yet for red? Okay, so if you have all the sub entourage, good. Um, um, he's black. Ollie. Okay. That's what I would run if you're trying to do it with him for sure. Unless, yeah, no, that's what I would run. And then prop wise, do you have any life steal ones? Because you only need to get back above 0, so the pin bar doesn't move too much. But the problem is, as you're subbing, he's moving the pin bar, so you're gonna get pinned. So, which is the problem. So bring some kind of destroy prop so you can move the pin bar. If you don't have any life lie cheat steal props to up your health, I would bring lie cheat steal. Um, then if you don't have those, bring props to move the pin bar, like destroy loot box gems or destroy any color gem, or the choose props that they give out for faction boss sometimes. Bring anything that can move the pin bar, so you move the pin bar away from the pin, and then you will live a lot longer. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna have to level him more. Nah, it won't stop the bleed. Oh, that's funny, Jamie. Yeah, no, the official channel today. The official channel. So Ozzy's plate is pretty good on him. I don't think it's better than the Brutus plate, but let's take a look with that. What was the... Also, what was your question about... It's hard to keep up. What was your question about the fan voting cancer? Do you not understand how to do it, or... Like, I don't think I ever saw the end of that. I easily distracted. I'm like a goldfish. Are you close, New Age? There's some Julius shards in the tours going around and stuff. So, if you read the question, it literally tells you what the right answer is. So I'm not going to tell you that. Actually, I'm way too much of a jerk to tell you something that you can read. That's literally on the thing. No, we'll do it for sure, Jamie. I've done the roster review a bunch of times on the Twitch channel. So yeah, we will absolutely do it. Just for some reason, no one's really wanted to do it lately. So this can happen. obviously, where you cascade or it just doesn't quite line up. You only get one buff with the Brutus. Not the end of the world, but that's not ideal. It will happen sometimes. It is still 33 million, yeah. I have no idea. I haven't seen Naomi yet. Sonya needs a middle lane bonus for feud. So I automatically dislike that very much. Roxanne with the moment is quite good. I would probably right now be inclined to say Roxanne just because I hate needing a middle lane because that kills your flexibility. Northern Mouth indeed. Uh, Pretty dumb. Congrats, Jamie. That's awesome. Hmm. With both of the builds I did, Zandel, that's a great question. Um, Boy, Seth, I think, because Seth is 100% safe. So I would say Seth. Yeah, Cable's way bigger of a jerk. Yeah, I will. We'll get Naomi tomorrow. I'm not sure if we will have to wait to do previews until after the Twitch stream. That's usually the case. So if I'm busy tomorrow night, I will do it Thursday morning or Wednesday night. It just depends. But I will absolutely do a preview on Naomi. Yeah, no problem. I did say Seth Sando because he's cascade proof, whereas Rocker has a small chance to cascade. This is much better effort from the Brutus plate. Maximum effort. 61 mil on the Brutus plate. When everything went right though, we did get a lot out of the Aussie plate. So honestly, the Aussie plate on Aussie is almost as good as the Brutus plate, I think. It's probably more consistent though, because you get the 20 extra. But yeah. No, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me, Scon. I like doing that. The Discord going away was not because of people asking questions. Me too, Northern Mouth. Me too. Oh, she's definitely not chaseable, Cancer. She is flip out the wallet. It could be worse as far as the cost, but I very you guys all know how I feel about zero shard releases. I've made that clear over and over and over and over, and this is no different. I despise zero shard releases. So, however, depending on what price she enters the prestige store, it might make me consider using the prestige store. But, Duck, I will slap you, sir. She does have shards. But if you don't spend at least 100, you have zero shards. And if you don't spend at least 200, you have, 500 shards. And then if you spend 300, you have all the shards. So I like that it's guaranteed, but yeah. Oh, it won't, depending on what price it is, it doesn't take that long anymore. They lowered the prices and it's a little better. And also depends how much pulling you do as well, obviously. 300 bucks is a lot on a mobile game. Absolutely, B10. 100%. I think isn't that about what I spent for Bray, which was the most I ever spent on a weekend? It topped my 270 for Sako. Because I really wanted Muscle Man because Bray. He's actually gonna go gold for me very soon. All you need. I don't like it that you say 300 is all you need, unless you're being facetious. So I talked about the fan voting. Go do that. Trying to think what other housekeeping stuff I had. Anyway, Ozzy's really good. I don't know how much the gear is adding really to this damage though, but his plate is actually really good on him. We can try it on Brutus as well. Austin I feuded for. I got Austin for like 30 or 40 bucks total. Yeah, definitely not Francine Crazy Dina. Lady I want to see the most, that one's pretty easy, I would say. Um, that's not in the game would be Bull Nakano. I think that would probably be my top choice. I spent 0 for Punk. Yes. I would prefer Bull over Ivy. I think Ivy will get in sooner. The game though, for sure. McDuck. Yeah. Who was I gonna just play somebody else? My brain just went completely dead. What was I doing? I answered a question and then I completely forgot what I was doing. Huh. Nope, nothing. Whatever. Oh yeah, Brutus. Beefcake. I dislike almost all Buzzy. I combined Ozzy and Brutus and got Buzzy. Awesome. Jeez, Will. Whew. Not in the game. It's more like so my favorite wrestlers are all in the game. Like all of my favorite wrestlers are in the game, so I don't see that happening. Yeah, believe it or not, Josh, never had a beer in my life, and I've also never been drunk. I have had some sips of alcohol. Like wife one like maybe has a drink 4 or 5 times a year, and I've tasted like her Midori sour and stuff like that. Never actually been drunk or buzzed or any of the above. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. You haven't drank in years? Yeah. I feel like I didn't miss much. I was always the DD for my friends. So it was hilarious because my one buddy loved making people uncomfortable with it. So people would be like, "You want a drink?" And he wouldn't even let me answer. He'd be like, "No, he doesn't drink ever," because he just loved to see people get uncomfortable. So that was always pretty funny. Um, Barutai. He's got gear, so it doesn't really matter, but should probably do this authentically ish. Previous maybe? Somebody use BPP? Or this dude, right? Oh, definitely never smoked anything. No chew, no smokeless tobacco or tobacco, no pot, nothing. No, I've never smoked anything. I hate smoke. The smell of smoke, cigarettes, um, give me a headache instantly. I cannot stand the smell of pot. I have super sensitive sense of smell, so any kind of smoking is completely out the window. Never gonna happen, ever. Hurricane. That's true. Zandel is not in the Game. What am I doing? Beefcake makes black too, so just do this and whatever. Square X, yeah, indeed, New Age, 100%. Okay, Brutus, let's give you a fitty. Let's give you a fitty strap. Fitty. Ah, goodness. Yeah, I'm pretty boring. Like, I'm pretty vanilla, to be honest. So Brutus can only get his buff once. So I feel like this plate may be better on Brutus than the Barber plate, potentially. We'll see. Because Ozzy can get the Brutus plate to fire twice, and it was close anyway, so I think this one is actually going to be... This one is actually going to be better on Brutus than I think. Oh, thanks, New Age. You jerk. Am I a Midwesterner? So, born and raised in Minnesota, 27 years, and now I'm in Oregon. So, the last, what am I? 44. Last 17 years in Oregon. So, I guess I am Midwesterner, huh? North Midwesterner? I don't consider myself religious, Capin. So, I would say I certainly have faith, but it has nothing to do with that why I don't, if that makes sense. So in high school, all I cared about was football. So I had no interest in drinking, and possibly getting suspended and missing games, you know? So that was the biggest reason why. Plus, I'm one of those weird people that always would rather say no than yes. And it was fun seeing people super uncomfortable because they didn't know what to say. So I don't think so. I definitely think it's more a personal choice. I have no problem with other people drinking. It's just not for me, if that makes sense. Like I said, I'd go to the bar with my buddies and just be the DD. So yeah. Minnesota is one of the freaking coldest places. It's ridiculous how cold that place gets. It's so cold sometimes in the winter, you walk outside and your nostrils freeze in like instantly. Ugh, I do not miss that place at all. And the summers are miserable, loaded with mosquitoes and humidity, but the fall is so gorgeous in the fall. Like there's like 1 month in the fall and 1 month in the spring where Minnesota's amazing. Yeah, and beer's no offense, like to anyone who likes it, but beer literally smells like piss, man. And like I couldn't see ever trying a drink of it because it just smells horrible. Ugh. I'm a big smell guy though. Like I have super sensitive sense of smell. A lot of times I can. It is pretty much Canada, yeah. Maybe it's weird. I can't stand the smell. It's always bothered me. So it's probably a combination of all those things. To answer your question though, Capin, I was brought up um, in a house that went to church and stuff like that. My dad was a volunteer pastor. My brother's a volunteer youth pastor. I consider myself black sheep of the family, you know, since I'm with a divorced woman with 3 kids that are now my kids. But so it's never been like, I hate the term religion though. I don't consider myself religious at all. 57 mil. I think I have faith, but not. I dislike organized religion a lot, actually. So. Oh, no. Not at all. The Olympics is based on freaking the Olympics that like Greece did back in the day. It's 100% got nothing to do with the Last Supper. That's literally just people making it into something it's not because they want to. I don't care if that's not a someone doesn't agree with that, but I mean, it's after the Greek god, what is it, Dionysus, or I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It's got nothing to do with the Last Supper at all. So, the Vikings do suck, yes. I love to hate them. It's correct saying, yeah. But yeah, the whole thing from the Olympics started from like the Greeks and stuff. So, I mean, and I saw the pictures and stuff. It just looks like if I don't know how like that if that's what the Last Supper looked like, I guess I probably missed something somewhere. I'm sure I've offended multiple people at this point, but 51, huh? Try this a few times and then put the Brutus plate on. I think it's very similar. So in general, I think this plate is a very good stand-in. But I really never dodge questions either, so. Really, restate? That's awesome. You too, Southside? Sweet. Yeah, beer just smells really bad to me. And like I said, smoking, same thing. I hate the smell. I think, honestly, that's probably a lot of it. The smell just super bothers me. As I say, I'm offended that you're offended. Right on, Scon. Um, what time is it? 3:30? We should get to Jamie's roster soon, too. I think it's an acquired taste for most people, isn't it? Beer? Like, I don't think very many people drink beer and like it the first time from what I've heard. Yeah, Snake. Yeah. Yeah. So, actually, the Mike's Hard Lemonade tastes basically just like a pretty good lemonade. I don't mind that. I don't drink it. Like, you don't go out of my way to drink it, but I mean, I've drank a bottle before. But I won't, like, order it or buy it or any of that. I'd rather have a lemonade. But it tastes like lemonade, so no issues with that. If you can't taste the alcohol, then it's kind of fine, but doesn't that... Yeah, Noah, absolutely. Just hit me up on Discord. Yeah, Derek, some people are. Doesn't make them right, in my opinion, you know? I mean, like, don't tell your mom I said that, though. Chocolate flavored? Oh, nice, Gone. I've wondered... I love root beer, so I probably would try one of those old-fashioned root beers that they do. You did, Noah? I totally forgot about that. Well, you'll send me the updated one and then keep harassing me. Because, like, I have the memory of a goldfish, literally. This one looks like it's gonna be better. Still not great, though. Okay. Hmm. Short-term memory, yeah. Like, I blame it on football and boxing. That's hilarious, New Age. Offending most people is easy, making everyone happy. Yeah, there's no way I could make everyone happy, so. Alright, couple with the Brutish Years. The Brutish Years, I think, is going to do better. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Mine has 100% strap, so. And then we'll take a look at... It's been a while since we've done a roster dive, so we'll take a look at that. Braun still hits pretty well, so played Braun early if you weren't here. Powerhouse Braun. I'll probably just do a video on that because Braun's kind of my boy from way back. I used him forever. I'm sure some people even complained about that, New Age. So many skill plates, but no idea where they go. Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. Also, what do you want your focus to be on? Generally, that's a question I ask is, what do people want to get better at with their roster? Are you struggling at anything in particular? Like, do you want to get better at feud? Do you want to do better at showdown? Does it not really matter? You know what I mean? Moonshine Twitch app is for someone who doesn't know, like me, Is moonshine a much higher alcohol content? 50. That's about what we were hitting with the other plate. I think they're going to be basically a wash, which is great. If it's a wash, it just gives people another option for Brutus and Ozzy. For boss and stuff? Okay. Gotcha. Hey, Brother Ray, how are you? Gotcha. All I know is, like, I remember in college, my buddy had a bottle of Everclear in the freezer. It wouldn't freeze. And I smelled it one time, and I swear it burnt the hair off my nostrils just smelling Everclear. I'm like, why are you drinking that, man? Oh, never had it. But it did not smell like it would taste good. Yeah, I think it's basically a wash. Oh, yeah, 100% B10. Moving belt is cheaper than trying to make everyone on your roster have a max belt, for sure. If you can, if you need to. 80 to 100 proof? Crazy. That's funny. You got Aussie gear? Oh, I'm jelly. That's awesome. That's funny, guys. Okay. All right. You, let me look on my phone. You probably won't believe my storage right now on metal. I've spent so much cash on a ridiculous amount of cash. So my strap storage is 985. 985 straps I'm currently holding. 985 of 985. Waiting for a strap filter so I actually know, so I don't sell something I might need. I think I have a hoarder problem. And my metals is even worse. 10, 20, 1020 of 1020. Okay, Jamie, so let's get to your roster. You guys started finally bringing up ladies, decided to bring up that rock and roll Becky, 6-star gold Naomi. Okay, but I know she ain't great. So you want to focus mostly on boss battle and who goes where? Who goes where? Who you should bring up for gold, etc. Okay. You have more medals than me, Scon? Wow. I feel I feel like I messed up somewhere. Someone's got more medals than me. Okay, Jamie. So I have some bad news for you on Tiffany. You said you just got her. Tiffany basically, not basically. Um, Tiffany sucks unless you get her plate, and then she's just okay. So she's basically without her plate. She's, to me, at Lady Acrobat Modern, completely unusable. Yeah. With her plate, she does about 45 million. Turn one at gold with a 30 million pin, which is not great, but it is Merrick's proof, and it'll win a fair amount of the time if you pick your targets right. So I don't, and I'm a Tiffany mark, so I'll give it okay. Um, her other, the other, that's the literally the only decent though. Yeah, it's yeah. No, no one is gonna be even close to Rhea, to be honest. Um, except for Kyrie can do as much if you have the LA Knight plate, and Kyrie is really good on her own anyway. Both, uh, So I would rank the best acros for ladies as one, they're loaded, but number one is easily rock and roll Rhea, heavy metal Rhea. Two is easily Kyrie. Three is Shotzi. This is for me, and then four would probably be Zombie Becky. I hate the sub build though. So Indy doesn't exist. But if I had Indy, she would probably be, depending, uh one first probably. Indy would probably be first. Io and Bianca, I prefer Bianca with everything. I would put ahead of Becky. By everything I mean like moment and all that jazz. Um I would put Io behind Zombie Becky. Yeah, with Heartstopper plate you feel like is okay? No. Definitely no. 150% is at gold is going to add about 2 million damage. Maybe 3 million if you're lucky. So you're going to get like a 13 or 14 million pin. It's unplayable actually. Um okay, I'm going to pull Jamie's roster stuff up. You guys can help me look for trainers and stuff that he's missing as well, that sort of thing. I mean, there is a way to make Hollywood Hogan viable. It's not fast, so viable, maybe not. Usable, yes. In feud with all of his gears, with the NWO moment, um, and then he's got the no move pin bar and stuff. So I think Taker Sigil, with the no move pin bar, and then the moment and stuff. I think you could win, but it's going to take you a long time. Or if you have Ghostbuster plates, which don't exist as well, and you can't get them anymore, so they literally don't exist as far as I'm concerned. If you can't really get it in the game, I don't really want to talk about it that much, which is why it seems, from everything I can tell, they're no longer selling drips, so I mostly don't talk about drips very much. Awesome, Miguel, I'm glad you like it. I like doing them. If it's like older stuff they gave away for free, it's a little bit different. So like if you were playing, Matt was free. Matt was given away free. So that's a little bit different how I see it anyway. All right. So Jamie, let's get started. You're here, right? You just talked, so yes, you're here. Still here. Capture. It's Discord Jamie. There we go. So we're gonna look at some of his plates. Does this have all? Oh, you got a jade plate. You got lots of the gem chuckers. This is good. You got the HBK plate we were just talking about there. Good, good. All right. Couple boat statuses. Which plate in particular? Oh, Titan. Which plate in particular, Doggy or Gremlin, are you wanting on people? Also, what plates do you have equipped on other people? This is your unequipped. Like, what are your top end plates? Like high damage, like Nightmare plate. You know, like that kind of thing. So like Tiara is a good one because it buffs black gems. Jade plate buffs the green gems. Those kind of plates. Yeah, B10 for sure. Oh yeah, no, Jamie, it's not a bother. I like doing this, and people like watching them. So, um, yeah, the big plates would be Titan. So if you have Powerhouse Austin, that's the spot. Or Zombie Cody, with gear, that can be very good, etc. But that's the right play. That is 100% the right play. Yeah, go ahead, Jamie. Send me the equipped ones too, just so we know what we're dealing with. And let's get started on strikers here. Ooh, good. You got Roxanne, She's very useful trainer. Ollie, do you have gear or moment for Ollie? Either or, let me know. Do you have gear or moment for Ollie? Um, Seth, do you have his gears? Oh, holy crap! You have Striker Bray. Do you have a Hogan plate? Hopefully you get one from the feud chest soon. If you don't, you have Bray. With a Hogan plate, he's kind of ridiculous. Um, Also, he's pretty good with the sub build. 3, 4 skiers for Seth, no Hogan plate. Okay. What about Seth Moment? Moments, plural. Especially the Nightmare one. Bray is definitely your best strike. Even without the Hogan plate, I think, yeah, probably with what I'm looking at. No problem, bud. No problem. I'm going to get distracted here for a second and look at Bray. Maybe this so people can see. 49 red. So I generally am not a sub guy fan. You could put the TR on Bray and work it in reverse. Absolutely, BG. Because blacks are his primary color. So you could do that. Yeah, K-Pin. So Tiara, what kind of strap do you have for Bray, Jamie? Also, let me know. I'll put a 20 on there. That's pretty standard. Or you can run the dog-ear gremlin plate. So, honestly, if you want to see crazy damage, like output, the dog-ear gremlin plate on the sub hits super hard. I don't like subs. Yeah, Tiara on Bray is good, for sure, because it's his primary color, and you're just doing it in reverse. Your pin's a little smaller, but your damage output here is definitely better. So, no, I don't have a way of covering it up. So definitely edit it. But yeah, what kind of strap do you have for Bray? Ugh. But yes, Tiara absolutely works, and keep in mind he's also got the gem chucker plates, so we can chuck more black gems at the end as well because he's got the red to black. Should I use a 20 or a 50? This has already got. Let's use the 50. It's already got the medals on. Because I'm lazy. Pity the fool. He has that one too. So he 100% can run this setup. This needs to be black. Because he's got a decent finisher. I bet, yeah. I bet, Dougie. Okay, so... And then, no and then, no and then. Okay, so we're gonna set this up. Oh, does he have Sherry? I don't think he does. He does not. So, let's do, does he have Andre? Save on Sam. Don't think so. Okay, does he have Matt? What kind of strap do you have for Bray, bud? And I'm blind, so if you have Matt, let me know as well. Save me the trouble. I don't think you do have Matt. But I am blind. Oh, he's got Mellow too. You got Tusos as well? Holy crap, dude. My guy's got good stuff to work with. Yeah, Matt Hardy. Multiply Matt Hardy. Since you don't have Sherry. I'm just wondering if you have Matt. You do have Matt. There he is. I see him. I'm just blind. Okay. And I think, do you have 17k Santa? I'm pretty sure you do. Perfect. So we're gonna go with Matt. What's up, Platinum Patrick? How are you, bud? I am having a good day. I had a great weekend. Played a ton of Fallout 76. How is your day going, Platinum Patrick? Also, Showdown went extremely well for me. I finished 7th without having to buy any energy or anything, and I think I was first in faction for the faction scoring as well. So Showdown went really well. I like that. Got 7,000 prize wall currency. That's not nothing. Um, cool. What's the gem damage on that one? What's the gem damage on that one? I love it, Platinum Patrick. No, I won't play with 6-star gold Santa Hogan. The cost to get it there, the fact that like 4 people in the game maybe probably have gold if they do. I don't know how, like Ed probably has one. I don't know how many other people have a gold one, but so few have it. I don't care, Corey. Like, but I just don't. Couldn't care less. The price to get him there also never gonna happen for 99.9% of the player base. So it feels like a waste of time. 100% move damage, that's fine. I mean, if you get a gem, it would be better, but that's fine. I'm just trying to think of who I want to play. I can't talk and do anything at once. K-Pin's like, dude, just do something. Oh, Boogeyman, I gotta level him up. That just reminded me of that. He's got 30% now. That's huge. At gold. Absolutely Hugo. Probably OP. He's supposed to hit like a 7-star bronze at 6-star gold. He's always supposed to hit 1 level higher. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you here, Jamie. Trying to pick stuff that you could run. I don't know if you have Memrock. I'm just gonna go with another black gem damage person. Oh, Platinum Patrick, it's free. 76 is free. You can pay a monthly subscription if you want. But it's free. Monthly subscription is pretty good value just because you get a ton of atoms to buy stuff in game. Yes, 70. It's been out for like 7 years. It was at the start. It sucked. It just wasn't good. I played it at the start. It wasn't fun. I just came back after years of not playing, and it's quite good. All right, that's 34 million, which is pretty decent. This is not going to be nearly as good though. It's free on Steam on the PC. I don't know about console if it's free anywhere. And 12 million on the pin. So in reverse, the pin is a little bit smaller than I'd like, but obviously it does decent damage. Running trainers you can run, Jamie. I will show you. Maybe you don't have live. I get that, New Age. One of those days where like, eh. Yep. So you can run. You should be able to run that. Now the other thing you can do is K-Pin. Do you want to see anything else on him either? By the way, like, do you want to see the reverse build with the Hogan plate? Yeah, it's really fun, Platinum Patrick. For free, you're not out anything. The other thing you can run, if K-Pin's still around, I'll show him whatever else he wants to see, is you can run it this way. Oops, that needed Santa on there. I lied to you. That build needed 17k Santa. Because I suck. I'm a horrible, dirty liar pants. Honestly, it would be about the same. I am such a liar. I don't think I saw Corporate Crown, but I could be wrong. Oh, you have lots of plates equipped too. Okay. Yeah, Matt Hardy's not in the game anymore, so you can't get him. Ch ch I'm gonna keep Matt. Switch this to Santa. The thing is, he hits ridiculously stupid with the sub. It's kind of dumb. He hits so hard. I don't like subs, but whatever. And then you just change this to whatchamacallit. The dog ear gremlin dingaling dong. Alright. Yeah, that would be cool, New Age. Bro, you got lots of good plates, man. You can do lots of good stuff. Bray is one where I might consider. Thanks, BG. It's more like, I don't know. It's what I do to cover up awkwardness, I guess. Yeah, for sure, New Age. When they sign a Legends deal, of course, I will lose half of my multiply gems every time, because that's how I roll. But still, this is a lot of multiply gems on the board. Like, a lot. That was 43 million. So Bray, if you're using Mem Rock and you're using the sub on, or not Mem Rock, I'm sorry, Striker Rock. Oh yeah, Jamie. The Jade Plate, it's no question way better than either of those two things. Boogie's 30% black gem damage. He can come off on this one. You would want red now, since we're not buffing black gems anymore. So red gem or Mem Rock is what you'd actually want. Or Brett would be great as well now for his 35% gem damage. But you'd want to switch to red here. So Priest would be fine. This guy would be fine. He's definitely your best striker, though. And you can run the sub build, or you can run the other build. Yes. The useful trainers absolutely need to go up. I recommend a list. There is so... This is the thing that drives me crazy about this account. There's so many, and they're all the same level. Yeah, dude, that's why I'm doing this right here. I'm literally... This, this is why I'm showing you. That's why I switched to playing him. You have all the stuff to run him this way. He's way better than Final Boss Rock. Watch. Pay attention, sir. You're using a sub already on Rock. This just... Okay, that's a big cascade. That just hit for 17 million and reloaded itself. So just for fun, you could do it again when it does that. And anyway, you hit your sub. Like, and then you're going to have all these freaking huge multiply gems. Yeah, the pin bar doesn't move. That's why the Hogan plate's good on him. He's as premium as they get. This is literally an S tier plus character with the stuff he has. So that's a 50 million hit. Like, you can run this build right here with everything you have. So, Striker, take Bray up, and bench, and forget about Rock. Forever, comparatively. The Hogan plate? Oh, I'm glad you asked. What does the Hogan plate do? Oh, dude, you can get this in feud, out of the feud bags. Whenever you break 20 plus gems, he does it without moving the pin bar, increase your red gem damage by 200%, increase your black move damage by 300%. So, ah, so the plates that add gem damage often, like big gem damage, like the Jade plate, like you're talking about, are usually way better than recruiting most characters in the game, because you need those those plates to take your characters to the level they need to be at to like turn one people at gold, to win very quickly at gold, and that sort of thing. Yeah, you can get this out of feud bags. So make sure you're doing your feud and your talent up to get to those bags to give yourself a shot. Hogan plate's one of the ones you want in there. Nightmare plate's in there, which is a really good one. Acolyte plate is in there. So you could use the Acolyte plate on this sub build too. So this one, now you go back to the other build we're running when you have this, but now we're focusing red gems instead. So it can stay just like this, actually. This is perfect. So with the Hogan plate, then you just do this. It's 0 risk. It's Merrick's proof. And you save your multiplies for the finisher. So this sets the Hogan plate off because it doesn't move the pin bar. It buffs his already buffy finisher. So now his finisher has 7 million move damage. And these are massively buffed red gems. So the multiplies in the middle are doing 3 million apiece times 7. That's 21 million there, plus all your other red gems. Also, if you notice, the pin bar, this reloaded itself because it does that sometimes. So literally we could hit this move again if we wanted to. I don't care. So yeah, anyway, level Bray up. Also, if you didn't know, Jamie, yeah, Ghostbusters don't exist anymore. If you didn't know, this move makes it so you can't be subbed either. So as long as you have this one equipped, which he uses basically in all of these movesets, you can never be subbed. On top of it. Oh, this one, this is just on from the other build set. It's just one of your gem chucker ultimates. So that chucked more black gems at the end. It's not even necessary for this build set with the Hogan plate, but it's really nice off of the subs. This is more for the tiara. If you were running this build, you would want the different one. You'd want this one, black to red. So with the red build, either the sub or the Hogan build, you'd want Underdog Story instead. That was for the tiara build. But if you're doing the sub build with the dog ear gremlin plate, you want this one instead. See how it synergizes though? The dog ear gremlin plate buffs the red gems. So you want the red gem chucker. And the tiara buffs the black gems, so you want the black gem chucker. Whichever setup you're going with, you want it to synergize. That's the whole point. But Bray is very flexible and very good. We didn't get very far so far, but this one I felt like it was important to show you because he's like really good. So like in this case, if you're not worried about a big cascade, um, you can just do this. And you can throw it again. But just know your gem chucker plate will go off, so I wouldn't really recommend it if you're using the gem chucker plate. Yeah, this will do it just faster. So, yeah. Strikers, Bray. I think that's probably enough Bray. I need to keep moving here. So these are your equipped plates. Got a chic plate. Question? Why? Did you move the strap off of someone else? I got you. You have a chic maker. That makes way more sense. You got a chic maker. Perfect. Okay. So, strikers. Help me catch any trainers he should level up to, guys. Bray is definitely going to be worth your time. Alpha now has a enhanced trainer. No, that's fair, Jamie. So Alpha's got blue 30%, so he's worth working up. Braun Strowman has yellow 30%, so he's worth working up now. So focus on those two as well. Uh, Walt at gold, hardly any. A little bit blue, but not enough. He's better, but not enough. Kind of mid. So the thing with Lashley is with what he has, like with Bray and Rock, Lashley, I feel like doesn't bring anything else to the table really over those two necessarily. Um, Lashley instead of Rock, yes, but with the Miz moment he could for sure. But Lashley's using multiplies to do most of this damage, where Rock isn't. So you could look at Lashley, but I would do your trainers first. Because Lashley with the Miz moment is super good. If you didn't watch the video I did on Lashley with the Miz moment, you should. That'll explain it way better than I can right now. He hits ridiculously hard with it. So yeah, the big ones I would focus on for sure is Bray first, and then Alpha and Braun for their training abilities. Lashley is good as well, like they said. But and I think that those are the big ones at Striker. No, not really. He just uses a sub. It's a sub setup for Lashley. So if you're okay with sub setups, Lashley's not that clicky. With the way I run him with the Miz moment anyway. It's just a sub setup. Okay, you got Liv. That's the right choice, really, here. Yes, for sure. Easily. Do you have the NXT moment? I just did top build for Roxanne. Runner triple yellow. It's the easiest, simplest. And especially if you have the NXT moment, she'll hit super hard. You got full stars with her already. 100% Roxanne, yes. Okay. She's good even without it. She's just 5 times bigger multipliers with it. Basically, triple yellow, Rhonda's jacket, um, moment, decent strap. You'll probably do 60 to 70 mil, 60 millicycle probably with her at gold. Okay, powerhouse. Liv is definitely the right call. Do you not have a gold dude? You don't. Okay. So I do for me, Blue. For me, I prefer tricolor because it's Merrick's proof, but you need Braun Breaker, who he doesn't have. Unless I'm blind. You need Braun Breaker and you need the challenge of a rival skill plate. So you need both of them. So it's much harder to run. Okay. Do you have zombie? Or yeah, zombie Cody's gear. And the right choice is one of these two, probably. Unless you have zombie Cody gear, then he gets really interesting with the middle lane. Trainers. You do have the gear. Okay. Did you watch my zombie Cody video with middle lane with gear? He's basically a better powerhouse Austin. In feud, I don't know how often you have a middle lane, but it's worth noting he's a harder hitting powerhouse Austin in feud with his gear. So if you have middle lane most of the time with the +1 MP, that's certainly an option, and you might consider it. Braun, very good option. You can stun lock people down with the triple red and then blow up the board, like 2 cycle win. It's more like 3, so stun, blow up the board, and then repeat, blow up the board. Unless you have a crazy strap, then a lot of times you just win the first one. KO does KO things. He can miss, he can hit. I hate him. People love him. These 3 are who I would consider for your gold male. These 3. Um, all of them have boss battle. KO is very useful. Cody can be pretty solid for boss too, but KO is very, very good at boss battle if you set up right. So these 3 are the ones I would consider for your dude to gold. They're better than any of these other choices in here. Rick has got a decent training ability at bronze if you're into sub trainers for tours. It's mostly tour builds. Okay. So yeah, there's triple red without a Titan plate, and then there's middle lane where you can use a Titan plate and 3-click, but with a stun immunity strap, you know, yeah, then you're probably better off with the triple red. Razar has, I think, a 6-star training ability. He's pretty decent too, and you have Roxanne, so Razar's pretty good. Boogeyman needs to go up wherever he's at for his training ability, so make sure you do that. Yoko needs to go up a little bit for his training ability, so that's worth doing. And then Davy Boy's high enough, so you're good there. Where the heck is your Boogeyman? I didn't see him. He's there somewhere, right? Make sure you take Boogeyman. There he is. Yeah, take Boogeyman up for his trainer. So Titan, you need to run yellow, red, red, and you need a middle line in feud for that. Yellow, red, red for Titan. But that's your powerhouses and what I would suggest. Preference to me, honestly, with the strap you have, I would honestly probably say Braun triple red is how I would run. I don't know what kind of modern gem damage strap you have. It doesn't really matter. Braun is the safest pick here, and you won't really lose. It's a stun lock build, and it's a quick stun lock build. Probably the fastest or one of the fastest stun lock builds in the game. Most aren't that fast. Definitely one of the fastest because it's gem damage based on top of the stun. And the plate selection for Braun is really easy. It's Viper Strike and Break Black, Chuck Red. Yep. So he would be who I would take gold. That would be my recommendation. But one of these three. So Tricksters. I see you have Sheriff's Badge on Bubba? I'm assuming you watched the yellow video I did on Bubba with the yellow buff. Tricksters. My top build for Bubba. If you have the Sheriff's Badge. Yeah, he's so fast that way. So I like that. I like that call. No, Hall of Fame Andre is ridiculous if you have a drip plate. Walt. Absolutely ridiculous if you have a drip plate. One of the best powerhouse in the game. Yeah, I got you, Jamie. Yep. So your dude's gonna be Ozzy. You like it? He's the other one. You'll probably get him gold or silver free. So you're set. You Bubba and Ozzy, you're pretty much set at dudes. You know. You really like her? Perfect. Um, if you like her, that's great. She's one of the better ones. There's gonna be a lot of trainers in here. There always is that trickster. Oscar. Did you get Oscar for a gold pull? Right on, Duck. I'm glad you like it. I like doing them, to be honest. I really like doing them. You did? Cool. Um, yeah. Ozzy's your guy. Akam has a useful training ability. He should go up, so he has his training ability. Also, he's a pretty solid free fighter. Mosh 100%. There are some characters that need Mosh to work right. So definitely level Akam and Mosh. Barrett's Barrage, the trainer's okay. But it's good for Ozzy though. Not Ozzy. I don't really use it actively on anyone. But it's a trainer worth talking about. Awesome, Sean. Um, so there's that. Um, a lot of people love Liv. I'm one of the people that don't particularly love her. If you've settled on Korra over Liv, don't worry about Liv for now, but keep her on your radar. I don't think her trainer is anything fantabulous, if I remember right. So there's that. Um, no, you're not a bother at all. He does have Roxanne for Liv, yes, but he said he likes Korra, so you could work on Liv secondary after Korra if you want another project. I did exhaustive videos on both Korra and Liv. If you haven't seen them, but you sound like you've watched most of them, you could kind of watch and see what fit your style. Liv can hit hard. There's some clicks there, but yeah. Not the worst ever, I don't think, but I don't think he did. BG say if he has the. I could look with his equipped plates. He has multiple boat plates, so he can definitely run that build if he doesn't. And if he watched the video, you'd see it. His problem is he can't switch plates very often. He's in the 1 a month club. But yeah, boat status plate on Korra is very good with the sub. You can set up some big hits. Oh, Rhea's not nerfed. She's just not good. Even with her gear, B10, she won't be good. Like, legit. If you watch the gem damage build I did, she would need like 1,000 gem damage to do anything. Like 1,000%. Rhea's, you can have all the moments and everything. It's not, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. Walt, maybe if you don't have a lot of plates and or good ones, I would recommend really focusing on prize walls when you can obtain them. To be honest, because they're game changers. To be honest, fair enough. B10, fair enough. Yeah. So Mosh and Akam, both useful trainers. Barrett Barrage trainer. Um, am I missing any other trainers in here, guys? I don't think so. And then Liv after Cora, and then to go with Bubba, Ozzy. Those are your set with your dudes and stuff. So yeah, I think they're both great choices. You could do tough Seth if you wanted a gem spammer for boss, because he's got the purple move that chucks purple gems. So like as a purple shield breaker, he's okay. Not as anything else, but yeah. Oh, that sucks, New Age. Tricksters, Acros. So she's incredible if you have a strap for her. And you do have Mellow, yes. Oh, 35% purple gem. Yeah, I would say if he doesn't have Gunther at tech, then yes. But looking at his account, I kind of think he's probably going to have Gunther, but maybe not. Let's see. Because Gunther's 40% and 2 purple MP. So he's definitely better. Not a bad backup, though. So definitely worth mentioning if you need more than one purple. You might not have Gunther, actually. That's kind of crazy. No Gunther. Okay, yeah, definitely take one of your purple gem damage trainers up then. So, Rhea, you have Mellow, right? I think I saw it. Did I see Mellow? Isn't D'Lo better than who? Oh, yeah. Um, Tech Gunther plays funky. Good trainer though. Yeah, you don't just has an entourage strap with the bad attitude, black purple setup. Okay. You don't have Sherry either. Um D'Lo's fine. Yeah, D'Lo's fine. Acrobat is usually tough, honestly, in general. Mm-hmm. Shotzi's good with the Nightmare Plate, but I don't think you have a Nightmare Plate. You can get that out of Feud, though. Um, Feud bags. No Z Plate either, huh? That's kind of wild. You got some good plates, but no Z Plate. Is Z Plate just, did that kind of go away, guys? Do you guys, a lot of you guys not have a Z Plate? Yeah. Yep. That's fair. I know exactly what you mean, B10. Yeah, a bunch. I have like five, I think, but a lot of people don't like. There was a while in the game when you could just get a ton of them, but then they like basically disappeared for no good reason whatsoever. So hopefully we can get that back into a more active rotation. Yeah, for a long time, one Z plate was more than enough, right? So Elo, Tatanka, Shotzi. Awesome training ability. You'll want him for Aussie for sure. So he has to go 6-star silver to get his max training ability. Wes is really good. Kyrie's really good. I've done pretty good videos on both of them, which again, it sounds like you probably watched. Um, Bianca's solid, but not as good as Kyrie in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Wes is on the NXT moment. Is he blue? Trainer? You didn't have did you not have Judgment Day Dom? I don't remember seeing him. There he is. Okay, good. You got Judgment Day Dom. Cool. Dom's better version of Edge, but if you need multiple blues. Yeah, I loved her finisher. She had one of the prettiest finishers, I thought. The Eclipse was a really cool finisher. Yep, definitely 100% Steamboat to silver. Um, Belo and Wes for your acrobats. Jay's kind of interesting with the Miz moment. I don't think he's good enough, probably. So, but D'Lo and Wes, whichever you like, kind of prefer. You do have the HBK plate, which is great on D'Lo, the ultimate plate. I haven't really done much for D'Lo videos. This plate is really good on D'Lo. Triple blue. You don't have Braun though, so there is that. So I think Adilo is kind of a turn 2 thing for you, if I'm not mistaken, because you don't have Braun Breaker. So his moment, you're mainly only going to be able to tell in feud. I think no, it's Universal. It's Universal. Never mind. Yeah, he's only okay. He's not as good as the other ones. Yeah, I did an HBK video as well with the Tiffany plate. Me, if there's a useful trainer, they go up right away. HBK not without a Tiffany plate, and then kind of iffy, really, depending on what you have. HBK with a Tiffany plate, sure, ish, yeah, probably, unless you have a big strap for like Wes, Judgment Day plate, same kind of situation with D'Lo. Pyro, which Pyro? Like Pyro Princess plate? HBK would need the Tiffany Ultimate though. Tatanka's also pretty solid too. So you can kind of pick between those what you want. Um, Tuso's is ridiculously good. Yeah, Power Princess. And he should probably be gold. Just triple purple. Waller for boss is incredible. Literally one of the best boss battle cards in the game. Sorry, we're on the official channel poster. Don't find me for a boat. Waller 100% is one of the best boss cards in the game, hands down. Multiple. He's amazing at green. He can cover other colors. Waller is so good at boss battle. Do you have Hall of Fame Ray gear? You also don't have Brown Breaker, so it's not as important. But... Maurice, solid trainer ability, so you want to keep working her up towards her max trainer. Yep, if you're doing move damage with Mello with the stun thing, Silver's fine. He doesn't need to go any higher. He won't gain anything but HP, but he stun locks anyway, so it's not important. If you have a gem damage trap for her, she's worth slowly building if you're getting her stuff, her gears from the faction store. Just don't sleep on Showboat Charlotte. She's freaking good. And she's also your best lady Showboat on your roster. You do have gear for Ray. Okay. So Ray with gear is super interesting. You don't have the stuff to run him with his like best setup, but he can do a lot of other stuff. I'd probably refer you back to my preview. He only needs one for the MP, honestly. And he can do some different stuff. I do think I would go Waller in front of him, though, with what you have, because Waller's more useful in boss for sure. You got Mello. So I'd probably, as a fighter, I would say for your dudes, Tuso's your best. Just run him triple purple. Then you can run, take Waller up for boss. So Tuso first, Waller second. And I would also build Charlotte for your lady and work on her gear from the store. He's fine without his gear for boss. Gear just makes him better. Waller doesn't need gear. And also he's got a really strong sub build. If you don't, like for feud and stuff with multiplies and all that jazz. But boss wise, Waller doesn't need gear. He's really good. Nice, New Age. Congrats. Waller's one of the most underrated cards in the game. Also, so just as you get his gear, Jamie. Bruh, you missed that one. That video. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Forgot that I'm on showing my screen. Hold on. Yep. You know what? Let's just fast forward. We'll just show my video. So this is with stuff. Actually, that's bronze. I might have a video I never released. Because I don't have sound on it. She got reworked with the showdown ones. This is the video of her at bronze. No, it wasn't recent. That's of her at bronze, where I broke it down. It's a 24-minute video. You can see how she'll hit with different stuff. So that's a good one to watch. But if you want to see a quick, dirty, this is 5 minutes long, and I can skip through most of it, and I don't have talking on it, I'm pretty sure. Because I don't think I ever posted this one. I did not. Switch screen. So there'll be no talking. That's why I haven't posted it, because I need to voice over it. This is just straight feud battles. This is my Charlotte. You can see how she's set up. Obviously, the setup's Whaley, but this is my Charlotte at gold. Did she have all of her levels at this time? 390, I think so. So it's like literally 2 clicks. 1 click, 2 clicks. This is at gold. That's 50 million in 2 clicks. I literally just went through somebody's whole line in feud to show. So this is her against Zombie Becky. 1 click. 2 click. 70 million. This is against Jade Cargill. One click. Two click. 61 mil. Against Dakota Kai. I mean, you're not going to hit this hard without that stuff, obviously. It's something to build towards, though, and it's super fast, 61 mil. So you can see this is the trainer setup. This is with all 3 gears. So what have I been feeding her? So she's got a 50% strap for me. Nightmare plate, Jade plate. Yes, Snake. She still hits, like, so with what you could run, Jamie, you'd probably 2-click for 30 to 40 million at gold. But it would be really fast. So it'd be a fast 2-cycle win. She also has a metric crap ton of hit points as a showboat. You know what I mean? So she's easily, though, when you look at your roster, let's go back there. When we look at your roster, your lady showboats, you have no one that's going to hit for 30 or 40 million, though. Period. So you might as well hit for 30 or 40 million with somebody that can do it fast in 2 clicks, you know? That's how I look at it. She's way better than any of those. She's just way better. Better, yeah, just better, you know? And just work on her gears from the shop. With 1 gear, she's almost as good as with 3 gears. 1 gear or 3 gears. I actually prefer Charlotte over Jade because she's way faster, but Jade can hit harder. But so a lot of people will say Jade B10, so I'm not being like annoying with that. My preference because of the speed and just 2 clicks is definitely Charlotte. I'll give up a little bit of damage to be that much faster. But yes, those 2 blow everyone else away. Jade and Charlotte absolutely blow all the other ones away. But yeah, be working in the faction shop for her gear. You have them both? I have them both as well. You don't need the Jade plate, Stone Cold. It just helps on the greens. It's not needed. On Charlotte, Nightmare plate is the best, but you don't necessarily need it. Jade setup? It's the choose. I wouldn't say, I don't know about trash necessarily, but Tori is not really that good, Tank Daddy. Not at gold. Even with the moment and stuff, she's not that good. Tiffy plate restate, hands down. So the absolute best person for the Jade plate is Razor, Technician Razor. He's a freak of nature. Without it, I did over 100 million last feud with my Razor. With it, he would go even higher. But it was a green buff. But Tech Razor is by far the best person for the Jade plate. There's other good people. So it's also incredible on triple green Waller. If you ever get Waller gear, Scon, you can run it without the gear. Here, you want to see, like, you're on my streams often, Scon. Next time you're on my stream, I'll show you what it would hit with the Jade plate and the gear. I don't have time, I don't think, today to get through all this. If I have time on the back end. But I don't think I will. Because Professor will be streaming soon. So, yeah. But with the Jade plate, you might not need his gear. It'd be close, Scon. But anyone making green multiplies, so. Nice, B10. Nice. He went from somebody not on my radar at all to, like, wow, really fast. And then he got the Jade plate on top of it. He's just kind of crazy. So yeah, I think that covers your showboats in my opinion. What I would work on. Technician is also kind of hard for people at times. Miz obviously hits super hard. He's got the cascade wrist. Um, exactly. Yep. For sure. There's a bunch of really good 200k options. I don't know, Duck, if he needs gear with the Jade Plate. I need to test that. Like, I think with the moment, and I need to test it. It's probably really close with the Jade Plate because you're making so many huge multiply gems that 100% is pretty big. Um, you may not need the gear with the Jade Plate. So, unless you get Charlotte, your techs, you have the best two right here, silver and gold at Lady, so you don't even need to worry about them. Um, Dudes, I would also Miz Cascade risk, but hit super hard. So he'd be worth it at Dudes potentially. Or Cody if you have Cody's gear. But Cody kind of really needs Sherry and his gear to get there. You know what I mean? And he's a Cascade risk too. So in your case, with the moment you said you had, I think Miz is the better choice for you. All the way. Also, you don't have a Judgment Day plate, which can mitigate Cody's Cascade risk. Yes, New Bread helps Cody a ton. Absolutely. But I do think without a Judgment Day plate and not having Sherry, I think Miz is, and having the moment, I think Miz is the better play for him. Nope. Uh, it's okay on Striker KO, but he would take forever at gold. It's more it's a boss battle plate on everybody except for Bray because Bray doesn't move the pin bar and blows up the board. New Bread is going to be like Zombie Gunther. He's going to be used all the time on multiply people. Green and yellow multiply people, chef's kiss. So, um, yeah. So yeah, I would say Miz he's the dude I would take gold. Personally, but that again is up to you. Your ladies, you're fine. Um, I feel like I'm probably gonna miss a trainer in here. Rizar, wherever Rizar's at, he's got a really good training ability now. When you get Tech Charlotte, you'll need him. So work his trainer up. The best place by far to get the shards for defensive tech is Boss Battle Store. I get Gable shards every freaking tech Gable shards every freaking boss battle. I think I have like 600,000 tech Gable shards or some ridiculous amount. Shobo Balor is super cascading. Nice, B10. 505 is a lot. Very nice. That sucks you lost your account. I think that's mostly the people I would work on at Tech. Tiffy's a really good coach. So level Tiffy up. Um, Now circling back. Right, obviously. Circling back. Questions. You also mentioned plates. So any specific plate questions you want to re-go over? Uh, for feud restate, tricolor with Roxanne, yes. I titled in my video. I didn't even do a proper preview on him. Simply because that tricolor video is so good, it's not even funny. Walter, he's got better coach ability. So Walter for sure. But yes, Titan plate, 3 click, 0 cascade risks, like 70 million every time with Cody. Yeah, he hits harder than Austin with no risk. So yes, I think he's the best feuding powerhouse in the game. NWO plate is really irrelevant at 6-star gold. To be honest, you would need, it does 75% to red move damage. You would need somebody that had base move damage of like 10 10 million for it to do much of anything. Like, and I'm not even exaggerating, it's 750k on 1 million move damage base. So I think, what's the highest move damage base we have in the game? Like 4 million? So you'd get like 2.5 million, 3 million more damage out of a 4 million move. Which is nothing at gold, so you can basically forget about NWO plate. It's kind of a waste of space at this point. The Jade plate is really strong. It would be anyone with green multiplies, in particular. So, well, the thing is, though, Cody has other builds, too. He's got a move damage one, which is one of the few move damage ones that can work at 6-star gold. Cody's not a one-trick pony. For sure. Who do you guys like the Jade plate on besides Razor? Obviously, I put mine on Charlotte to buff hers. It's really good on triple green Waller, but you'd need a big strap, and ideally you'd want at least one of Waller's gears to make him everything, like from a from a feud standpoint. But it would be great on him for boss battle as well. Big green multiplies. Oh yeah, it's very good on Jade. Actually, it's one of the few plates that's good on her namesake. I use mine on Charlotte as well. Oh yeah, you don't have Zombie Sammy, but it replaces, it's the equivalent of the Piper plate on Zombie Sammy. It's 100% extra gem damage as long as you're using the multiply setup. So if you ever get Zombie Sammy, he's like a great target for it. So it's a really strong plate. So, but Jade, Charlotte, Sammy, Razor are probably the top 4 spots for it. And it's also good. He means Jade Cargill. Duck means Jade Cargill. You don't have Jade Cargill though. And then it's also good on Waller situationally. Who else does green multiplies, guys? Anyone of note? It won't work on Z-Dom. It doesn't work off of the sub. That boss battle. I suppose you could put it on Riddle, but I can't really recommend Riddle. Oh yeah, Rocker. The Rocker build I did, yeah? He doesn't have Rocker though, but it's also very good on Rocker. For sure. Forgot all about that. When you make multiplies, it buffs green gems 100%. So yes, green multiplies specifically. It does come out sometimes, B10. Oh, it's very good on CM Punk, yes. So you said you were talking about going for CM Punk. If you get CM Punk, that would be a good spot for it too. It's pretty good on CM Punk. It does come out once in a while with some words, for sure. I think those are like the big ones. You don't have a lot of them though. So if you're close to getting Punk with 200 shards, Jamie, I don't think I would use him. Yeah. I don't think I would use him from your club point claim, because then you'd be wasting all of those shards. Generally, your club point claim, you want to use people you have low shard counts on. Yeah, Punk with 100% strap and Jade plate is pretty good. I think Broken, in my faction, I saw some 100 million damage screenshots. I think it was a fair amount of clicking to get there, but he's hitting over 100 million with his Punk with the Jade plate and 100% strap. 33 spec, I think so. The new skill plate. And keep asking your questions, Jamie. The new skill plate looks very obtainable. I haven't spent yet, but I did well in Showdown, and I have 9,000 currency already, but I got 7k out of Showdown, so. Goldberg's pretty good for 200k, but you're not using a jug person right now. but he is one I would target simply because he's a 0 shard release, and the Juggernaut gem when you want an extra or need an extra one is quite huge. Yeah, this one is pretty obtainable. It's going to be great on Aussie. Basically, it's the equivalent of the Barber's Plate, or very near, from what I could tell on Aussie. Very similar. So I think that's a great... hopefully it'll be obtainable, but it looks like it will be for me. Roxanne, who you have, I don't know all the 200k ones, because you can't see unless you don't have them. Well, if I get to 40k, I would take the gear, because it's way harder to get. But Roxanne, Goldberg are the two big ones that come to mind at 200k. Yes, 20 bucks, 1800 for sure, Snake. Yeah. So the thing is, though, if I get to 32k, I don't think I would pass up an LA Knight plate, because it's so strong. It's 300% gem damage. That's a big number. So I don't think I would pass that up. I already have one Tiffany plate. I wouldn't pass that up either. Yeah, it's amazing on Terry. It's also insane on Kyrie. Also, 100% gem damage on an ultimate isn't nothing. Although there's not a ton of people this is incredibly good on right now. But this plate, 100% strap Nightmare plate, definitely makes Showboat Taker a nightmare. So, I have a Jade plate, so I would probably get one of these two for me over Aussie gear. But no, it's not good on Braun. It's actually bad on Braun. Braun is way better getting more red gems. Not and I tried that again today before stream. Nothing is better on Braun than Viper Strike and Gem Chucker. So black to red on Viper Strike and black to red on the Gem Chucker. It's by far consistently the best on Braun. Yeah, it is too bad. If you had a ton of reds on the board and you ran the Seamus plate and this, then maybe, but you would need a ton of reds on the board. It's just really random. This plate, don't touch. This is really, really good value if you don't have one at 6k. This is solid value at 15k. And then, of course, these are all fairly priced. If you don't have any of these, you want to pick them up, right? Gunther for 8k, for someone that doesn't have him, great trainer. There's your CM Punk shards, actually, if you wanted to use that. Although, if you get to 10k, you definitely have Aussie. I would take this over those. I don't know yet, Noah. I don't know yet. There's way too much event to tell. This is the steal of the prize wall, though, right here. 100 Charlotte shards for 3,000. If you have the right stuff, she's incredibly, incredibly good. Bianca's not good. Goldberg, you don't have enough shards to matter. So I wouldn't even think about... The only shards I would actually think about is Charlotte, to be honest. If you're... And that's only if it recruits her, probably. But if you get to 10k, everyone's got Aussie. Especially with the plates you have, Jamie, if you get to 10k, I wouldn't take anything other than this for your Aussie. It'll make a huge difference for Aussie. Also, you don't have the stuff to run Charlotte like the really, 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 really good way. So there's that to keep in mind too. No, RK Bro is not good for anything. You'd be way better off, again, getting the Aussie plate, getting the Queen's Tiara. Both would be better than RK Bro. He's worthless. Getting all the Charlotte shards, you know what I mean? Like, RK Bro is bad. Just straight up bad. Jason, you're on my streams all the time. I'll stream tomorrow almost for sure. Hit me up. And we'll play him tomorrow. His move damage might be usable at gold. I haven't really tested it out, but it's kind of Cascade risk. Jamie, yes, because Aussie. Again, Aussie, like Trickster is not a good class in this game. So this makes your like so you're probably going to hit 40 to 60 million with your Aussies depending where your strap is and how your stuff breaks with this. Um and the trainers you're running, but most likely most people it'll take their Aussie at gold maxed out up to 40 to 60 million, and you probably don't have a lot of people that can do that on turn one. Flip a coin, Swaggy. Neither are very relevant. If that's your only Lashley, then Lashley for Lashley tours. I prefer for Cena requirements to use the reworked Acrobat Cena. I actually find him fun, so I never use Tech Cena anymore. I use Acro Cena for my Cena requirements. But if you don't like Acro Cena for the Cena requirements, and by Acro I don't mean the Ghostbuster one, I mean the Ruthless Aggression one. But Lashley, if you don't have the other Lashley, no, I know I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking in general. He's asking which one in general, not specifically for this tour. Yeah, he's asking in general. So if you don't have Striker Lashley, I'd say Powerhouse Lashley. There's a ton of Cena options. Probably Elvin, considering all the moments you could get for Striker Orton. Probably, yeah. I have the good Cena and Lashley, but need those two for the tour. Then it doesn't really matter, real swaggy. Pick whichever one you have the most resources for. Yep, exactly. Snake, get out of my head. Did Professor go live yet? He should be live with the giveaway, and we will raid him. Multiple giveaways. It doesn't look like he's live yet, but I also have dinner really soon, so hopefully he goes live very soon. He's live? It's showing grayed out on mine. Unless he just went live. Cool. No problem, Jamie. Keep me posted how it goes. Oh, there, it popped up. Now it's working. Professor. Spell it right, dummy. Yeah, keep me updated how it goes, and then we can talk about it on my stream more. Also, Noah, if you're still here, make sure and bug me about doing roster reviews. And guys, don't be shy. I stream almost pretty much every Monday, Tuesday. Sorry, every Monday on my channel, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on my channel now again. Sometimes Friday, but that's hit or miss. And hit me up for the roster reviews and stuff. Thanks, Theory Brute. Currency, Zandil, I got 7K because I finished 7th in Showdown. So I have like 9,000 plus already. So it's looking really good. And that's, yeah, good. I do them only on the champ stream so far, but I could potentially go to doing them on my streams maybe. But I like, well, I try to go really in depth. So one a week is a good amount because it's a lot of thinking for me. Yeah, message me on Discord, which I can be hard to get a hold of now without my server. So you'd have to friend request me if you can't direct message me. But yeah, that would be the way. So I should figure out a better way to do this now that I don't have a Discord server. But yeah, Professor's got a giveaway going. So hang out for the raid, enjoy a stream. Hit me up tomorrow on mine. We'll talk. No problem, Jamie. Happy to do it. I enjoy it. You're welcome, B10. So yeah, thanks for hanging out today, guys. I hope you had a good day. Don't forget the fan voting on the portal and all that jazz. Thanks, Noah. Later, Snake. Awesome. Thanks, Scone.